What's up, skaters and soon-to-be skaters? Kid Ace here with another episode of No Skates, No Problem on the Moxi Skates YouTube channel. In today's episode, I want to show you a few exercises to help you build strength and stability in the outer hips and that outer booty region. So this area of the body is really important for roller skaters and future roller skaters to exercise because we use these muscles so much. So whether you're skating down the street, you're going to be using these muscles to push off, or if you're playing roller derby or skating ramps, you're going to be using these muscles to hold that low squat stance position. So we want these muscles to know how to turn on and how to stay on. So as we move through these exercises, we'll not only be performing reps, we'll also be performing holds. So we're building muscular strength as well as muscular endurance. I can tell you firsthand that these exercises are crucial to maintaining a healthy body to be able to skate for long periods of time over a long period of time. These exercises are going to help keep your low back safe from injury, as well as prevent injury to other joint areas like the knees and the ankles. So for these exercises, all you're going to need is a chair or a bench, and I'm going to be using a yoga block to demonstrate where you could hold a weight if you'd like to add some resistance to these exercises. Let's go ahead and get started. For this first exercise, we'll be performing a sit to stand. A sit to stand is a great exercise that anybody can do, and it's going to help you build both strength and endurance in those outer hip and outer booty muscles. To set this exercise up, go ahead and come to sit at the edge of your chair with your feet about hips distance apart and slide the heels slightly behind the knees. From here, go ahead and bring all the weight into your heels, tip your torso forward and engage your core, and then stand all the way up, squeezing those glutes at the top of your stand. Then we'll reverse this to sit down by, again, keeping the weight in the heels and leading with those hips until you sit all the way back into your chair. To progress this exercise, think about on the descent only coming down to hover over that chair and then come back to stand. For even more out of this sit to stand exercise, go ahead and think about on the descent coming to hover over the chair and then taking a 10-second hold in that position. What you want to be careful for in this exercise is that your knees are not caving in and your torso is not folding forward. As you perform the sit to stand, pay attention to your knee position. When those outer hips and that outer booty area is weak, your knees are going to tend to cave in. So just be very diligent that your knees stay hips distance apart and pointed straight ahead. For our second exercise, we'll be performing a lateral walk. For this exercise, you're going to set up as if you're at the bottom of your sit to stand. So hips are sat back, feet are hips distance apart, and the heels are slightly behind the knees. Again, you want to feel this engagement through the outer hips and through the outer booty just from the starting position. We're going to start to build strength by walking laterally. So we'll start by walking to the right. Lead with your right foot and step about 5 inches to the right, and then step your left foot about 5 inches to the right to come back to that squat position. Take about 5 to 10 steps to the right, and then switch directions, taking about 5 to 10 steps to the left. See if you can keep your hips at the same level as you step laterally. That is, when you take your step, you don't want to stand up. You want to stay in your squat position. If you're doing this correctly, you'll really start to feel the burn in those outer hips and the outer booty area. To perform the single leg deadlift, go ahead and come to balance on one leg. We're going to bring the weight into the standing heel and slightly bend that standing knee. You're going to start to hinge the hips and tip forward and extend that other leg straight back. So you can hinge forward any amount until you feel this in that outer hip and outer booty region. Take a moment to pause wherever you decide to hinge to, and then press through the standing heel once again. Really engage that standing glute and hip to come back to standing. Go ahead and perform anywhere from 5 to 10 reps for 2 to 3 sets on either side. So now you've got 3 exercises to help you build really strong outer hips and booty. I hope you practice these exercises consistently. If you have any questions about what we did or making modifications, please leave your comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you next week for another episode of No Skates, No Problem.